Oh, baby. Guys, it's Jax. It's Jax, and guess who else? Weed man, weed! What starts on Monday, Fred?
I don't know.
Okay. We're gonna take two. Oh, what a deal, what a deal. Hey, guys, it's Jax. And I've got a problem. What a deal, what a deal. Oh man, it's Jax, you guys. Got a little something special to show you today. I went out and I drove really hard. I slept very little. I covered many a mile and I got something done. While Rooster was staying home, finishing up the stacking, getting that out of the way. Because you see, we have a family reunion coming up. Sorry, my eyelids are still like plastered to my eyeballs. It's like if you had double-sided sticky tape on your eyeball. That's what my eyelids feel like right now. But it was well worth it. So before we can go to the family reunion, which is basically my one like surefire, tried and true time off of the year, okay? But before we could do that, we had to finish stacking the hay, get it all out of the field. Because if the cows happen to get out while we're gone and get into the field, they'd go eat all those hay bales. So we had to get them in the stack. We've also been having a little, I don't want to say water trouble, but water trouble where it's been really hot and the cattle have been kind of mobbing our water supplies. So we needed to get the cattle kind of spread out and in a spot where we could leave for a few days where we didn't have to worry about their water situation. And then we had, the water, we had to get the bale stacked. And then in the meantime, I had purchased a...
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You guys see the drift? Weed keeps drifting out.
Well, you put it over here one time, and then you had me over here. So I don't think it's my fault.
Freddie is so excited about filming. Anyway, so the last thing was that I purchased a grain trailer out in Iowa. I needed another grain trailer, you see, to start trucking with. Okay, because remember I got a new driver now in my regular truck. So needing a grain trailer, I found one finally. Long search. Right now, you guys, the equipment market is ridiculous, and there's almost no good deals out there. And everything's just overpriced and not in good shape. Well, I finally found something that I felt like had some value, but it was like 1,300 miles away in Iowa. So I found this tiny little window in which we could go out and we could grab this trailer. Now, since I was going to be out in Iowa grabbing this trailer, I thought that maybe there is something I should look into bringing home. But I'm not going to tell you what it was. You're going to have to just continue to watch. Let's go. It should be the first lever, I believe. So this would be thing we needed to close it. You maybe take a little pressure off of it. I'll press it towards me. Flip it, yeah. Then you'd go the other way and that would shut it. Pull hard. Yeah, super hard would shut it all the way. ideal way to unload this, obviously. I know some of you in the comments are like, why are you doing it this way? We don't have an auger. Ideally you want a big auger and just dump it right in, but we don't have that yet. I'll get one eventually, just don't have one at the moment. So yes, we're having to do it this way. I know it's way more labor intensive and a pain, but it's all we have to work with for now. We'll get there, so you can kind of have a laugh at our expense. Anyway, this is an explanation for you. All right, well, that's the corn pile. What do you think? Hard to believe that that's 30 ton of corn. Last year we hauled in. If you remember, let's see, what did we do? Oh, I helped Weston move. It was when Weston moved back to Texas. Remember Weston? When Weston moved back to Texas, I had taken my walking floor trailer, which is kind of like a box trailer, and I filled it up with corn down in Kansas. But in Kansas, the elevator would not let me load over Kansas legal. So I think that trailer was so heavy, I think I only brought home about 49 or 51,000 pounds. So this time, I was in South Dakota, which lets me use all my axles, and I was loading on a farm as well. So that was kind of the difference. So I brought home like 59,000 pounds of corn this time. So that's 8,000 pounds roughly more than we brought home last winter. So that'll be there. That's good. Over on this side, we've got the canola screenings. I think I have a video later for that of getting those unloaded. I'm going to try to get one more load of those to extend it out here, and then that should kind of have us sitting in a pretty good spot. Still unsure about our straw situation. We need to get some straw. We know that works, but our outlet for straw, it appears like the prices for straw have really exponentially, majorly gone up, which doesn't make sense to me. But it has somehow. The hay prices are coming down, but somehow the straw prices are going up. So still looking at some different things there, not quite sure, but we know that this little piece of the puzzle is in place now. So let me show you this trailer before we're wrapped up. What? Oh, we put a hook on it? Well, don't hook anybody. You gonna catch a big lunker? Yeah, how about you, Marnie? Sweet. We're just heading out the door to go to the family reunion. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. So check out this little beast. This is a 2020 Wilson Commander, okay? Wilson makes two kinds of grain trailers. They make a Commander, which has a bit of a sloped back, which I like. It's a little more aerodynamic, doesn't seem to create such the vacuum, but a lot of people don't. So the Wilson makes, I believe, the Commander, and then the other one they make, I think it's called a Pace Setter, if I remember right. But I've been looking all over for a trailer, needing a second one, and couldn't find anything. The market is just stupid on equipment right now, and I refuse to buy into that. So I finally found a trailer. It's a little newer than what I need, but I found a trailer that seemed to have some value to it. Most of the stuff you buy, you're like, oh, it's a 10-year-old trailer, and they want $15,000 or $20,000 more than it brought a year ago. That's how bad the equipment market is right now. It's just outrageous. So, in refusing to buy into that, I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked. And I finally found this one. It was out in eastern Iowa. So I had to go a long ways to get it. But I thought you can never let a trip go to waste. I really try not to let any trips go to waste. So check this out. I had a friend, actually the guy that I haul toilets for, Troy Vanderboom. He had bought a trailer over in central western Montana more, and over in Great Falls. And he's like, hey, if you ever can figure out a way to get that over or find a load. And I said, you know what? I just bought a trailer out in Iowa. I'll bring your flatbed to South Dakota, and then I'll bobtail, which was a little rough. Bobtail means trucking with no trailer on the back, and it rides. Imagine this truck being that short. Does not ride tremendously well without a trailer on it. So anyway, I bobtailed across to Iowa. I got this. We were able to connect with a kind of a business, a fellow we do business with. We buy a lot of our minerals and supplements. But he had a load of corn he was willing to part with. So this is the old Wilson Commander. You'll see more of this as we get out and get trucking. A couple cool little features on it. These little black lines right there, see that? That they have them all the way down it. Those are to keep your tarp when the tarp unrolls, just to keep it from whacking the side of the trailer. Kind of a, there's a name for it. It's like tarp guard or something. And then these are called hurricane straps. See that? They have 3 of those across there. And they go over, they're kind of a bungee thing, and they go over the top of the tarp to keep it so if the wind ever gets under your tarp when you're unrolling it, it doesn't rip it off and blow it away. Hurricane straps. This trailer is a triple axle. For those of you that aren't familiar with the weight situation, if it was just a tandem axle, you're allowed 34,000 pounds here, okay? So if you had a tandem axle and a tandem truck, you can gross 80,000 pounds total, okay? This has an extra axle in the back, which ups my weight rating to 43,500 pounds. So when I'm hauling in these heavier states now, I have an extra, you know, whatever that is, 9,000, almost 10,000 pounds. Not quite, but close to 10,000 extra pounds of capacity. So that's sweet. The back axle lifts, the front axle also lifts, but in most of the work that we do, we're always loaded most of the time. We have little bounce miles here and there, but mostly we're loaded. So this trailer, what drew me to it was the price. It was still quite a bit of money, a lot of money, but it only has about 50,000, 60,000 miles on it. These tires, these General tires are called. Those are from the factory. They're in pretty good shape. I'm not a fan of General tires, to be honest with you, because every General tire I've ever used, see how this is getting a little wave? I don't know if you can see that. I bought a cow trailer with General tires on it once from it was a Wilson, and the General tires, they did the same thing. So I don't know if they're just too deep a tread or what. Maybe some of you guys have luck with them, but I'm not a proponent of General brand tires. They're a US made tire, I think, if I remember right. Somebody out there might know in the comment section. I'm almost positive they are. Maybe not, because it's not saying on the side. Oh yeah, they are made in the USA. So you'd think they'd be great because they're made in the USA, but I don't know. Not a huge fan. Just my experience with them. You may have had something different, but Anyway, a lot of lights. Looks like a cow trailer at night. It's got so many lights on it, which makes you look sharp going down the road. But when you have to do some sneaky business and get around law enforcement, it makes it a little tougher. Here's, did I see a way? No, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I had the cow trailer I bought. It had 12 general tires on it, and I think 5 of the 12 roughly went bad. And I didn't even get to wear them out. They just went funky. Little different system here. I can't say if I like or don't like it yet, but this is the roller strap trap, they call it, system that Wilson puts on some of their trailers. And instead of having a gear system and I'll show you more of this when we get this trailer out on the road and get rolling with it. But instead of having a gear system for it to open and close the trap, it uses these straps. And I'm not sure why. It's funny because there's like 3 different systems to open traps, and you know, they all have their pros and cons, I guess. But anyway, y'all, I better get going. I got to get the boat ready. I got a lot of work to do to get ready to get out of here yet. Kids are anxious to go. They're playing in the corn pile right now, but I wanted to show you that because this is a key piece to our puzzle that we've put together to get through the drought winter. Feeding corn is major. You hear the term corn-fed beef, and a lot of people are like, corn-fed's a bad thing. I'm not going to comment on that, but I will say that corn is high in energy, and so it's a great supplement to give your cows because they need energy to stay warm in the winter. Where they're not going to get that from straw, they will get it from the little bit of corn that we supplement them. So that's good. If a lot of you are new to the channel, you kind of are fairly fresh. If you haven't had the chance, you can go back and check out some of last year's videos from last summer. That'll clue you in on the drought situation. It's pretty much a series. It was just like every week was another drought thing or update. But anyway, you guys are great. Hope you enjoyed that little quick was kind of an impromptu video. This all just kind of came together, bing bang boom. We're gonna get out of here, and until the next time, you guys be good, huh?